Hello, this is part number 47, preparation for exam NSE4 Fortinet, and we started to talk about firewall policies and common ports and numbers because when we are creating policies, we have to know at least the most common port numbers associated with the internet services. And I found more protocols from my course NS, not for NSE, it was for CompTIA A+. It is basic, so if you already know these ports, you can skip this video. I will talk about protocols and numbers for AFP, DHCP, DNS, FTP, HTTP, HTTPS, IMAP, LDAP, NetBT, NTP, POP3, RDP, SFTP, SSH, SMB, SLP, SMTP, SNTP, and Telnet. If you already know ports for all of these services, you are well to go and listen to the next video. So, Apple Filing Protocol, AFP. It uses TCP port 548. AFP is used for file services for Mac OS. DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. It uses ports 67 and 68 UDP. It issues IP addresses information such as IP address, subnet, mask, default gateway, DNS server, and it gives to network devices, network hosts. DNS, Domain Name System. It uses UDP and TCP ports 53. It translates internet names and URLs into IP addresses. FTP, File Transfer Protocol. It uses port 21 and port 20 TCP. It sends and receives files from one computer to another and requires two ports, 20 and 21 TCP. HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It uses port 80. It is TCP port. HTTP provides browser-based internet communication. HTTPS is a secure version because it's encrypted over SSL, secure socket layer, and it provides encrypted HTTP communication through SSL session. IMAP. IMAP stands for Internet Message Access Protocol. It uses port 143, IMAP 4, and for IMAPs, which is a secure version of IMAP, it uses well-known port as 993. IMAP supports email retrieval and allows synchronization from multiple devices. LDAP, Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. It uses TCP port 389. LDAP provides records related to directory services, any type of network resource, users, printers, phones, files, access points, and so on. NetBT. NetBT stands for NetBIOS over TCP/IP. NetBT supports outdated applications to rely on the NetBIOS API to use TCP/IP network. NTP, Network Time Protocol, uses port 123 UDP. It synchronizes time between network devices. POP3, Post Office Protocol version 3. It uses port number 110 TCP. And also for secure POP3S, it uses port 995 TCP. It supports mail retrieval and stores email on a single network device. RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol. It uses port number 3389 TCP port. It connects one Windows computer to a remote Windows computer. SFTP, Secure File Transfer Protocol, or SSH FTP. It uses port 22, the same like SSH. It supports file transfer using the SSH protocol. SSH, Secure Shell. It uses port TCP number 22. It supports secure connectivity to a remote device and allows secure file transfers. SMB, Server Message Block. It uses port TCP 445 or CIFS 137 139 TCP port. It provides access to shared network devices, files, printers, especially in mixed environments. CIFS is a version of CMB, Server Message Block, and ports 137, 139 were used with NetBIOS API. SLP, Service Location Protocol. It uses port TCP UDP 427. It announces and discovers services in a local area network. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, uses port number 25 TCP. As for secure version of SMTP, it uses port TCP 587 for SMTPS. SMTPS and SMTPS transmits email and commonly used with MIME, which stands for Multipurpose Internet Mail Extensions, to include non-ASCII character sets and other rich media contents. SNMP for network management uses UDP ports 161 and 162 to monitor, communicate with, and manage network devices. Telnet, which transfers all data in clear text, uses port 23. Sometimes it happens when I worked, for example, at Network Operations Center, we can see that not all devices are available via SSH, and sometimes we had to connect to them using Telnet. Telnet supports connecting to a remote network device, but it is not secure. So I made this revision for you, so it will be easier to find out what policies are you implemented, and to quickly get all information about all well-known ports and numbers and type of them, UDP or TCP. Generally, all structure of these ports, they are depending on the layer. First layer is a network, like layer 2 is network access. Here we can have ports ARP, Address Resolution Protocol, 802.3, which is Ethernet standard, 802.11, AB, G, N, AC, and so on for wireless and point-to-point. For layer 3, it's internet layer, internetwork. There is a protocol IP, DHCP, and ICMP. DHCP, as we know, uses ports 67 and port 68, UDP ports. And ICMP port is ICMP is the Internet Control Message Protocol. Transport uses two types of protocols, TCP and UDP. And application layer uses protocols such as HTTP, which uses port 80, HTTPS, which uses port 443, Telnet, which uses port 23, SSH, which is port 22, FTP, File Transfer Protocol, ports 20 and 21, TCP. SFTP uses port 22, the same like SSH. And DNS uses port 53. DNS could be using both TCP and UDP ports. So this is it about my preparation for firewall policies, and I hope that this information will help you to recap all information for policies you will be applying on your FortiGate. Thank you.